Okay, so for the flooring, it's very simple. I'm going to show you how to do wood flooring, and then after the ceiling tutorial, you'll see how to do kind of a checkered ceiling. If you want to do a checkered floor, that would be an option as well. Okay, the reason we did the podiums before the flooring is because there's going to be a lot of erasing otherwise. So now we can kind of, when we come up to our podium, we can kind of just skip over it and continue on, and it's going to cut down on the erasing. Okay, the one thing to remember is that you're going to keep an edge of your ruler on your vanishing point at all times. Okay, so what I like to do is I place my ruler down here, and I'm going to kind of measure out my flooring. I could do, let's see, I would do anything between an inch to 1.5 inches. Okay, so every inch I'm going to put a little mark along the very, very bottom of my paper. This is going to give me something to kind of go off of to make sure that my flooring is nice and even. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side of my ruler, I'm going to put it on my vanishing point, and I'm going to bring it down to one of those little measuring hash marks down there. And I'm simply going to bring my line back, and I'm going to stop when I reach this line here. If I go past that, I'm just going to end up having to erase it, okay, because then it would be going up onto the wall. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to connect this next one to my vanishing point. Okay, then I'm going to connect my next one to the vanishing point. And you're just going to keep rotating around. Okay, the more you bring your ruler down, the more the angle is going to change. Okay, this one is pretty much directly below my vanishing point, so it's going to be pretty straight on. And then my ruler is going to rotate directions. Okay, I'm radiating around my vanishing point. Okay, if you think of like the rays of a sun, you know how they go all the way around the outside of the sun? Think of that this way. If you start going, sometimes what happens is you draw a line and then you just start moving your ruler this way, and all of your lines might be even, but they're all going in the same direction. You're not actually using that vanishing point, and it's not going to look three-dimensional. All right, so you have to make sure that you're radiating or moving your ruler around that vanishing point. Okay, and then there's my last one. Now, to break this up into wood planks, I'm going to draw some horizontal lines that are parallel to the bottom of my paper and my back edge here where my wall is touching my floor. Okay, so I'm going to do these kind of randomly because if you think about a wooden floor, they're just kind of, the planks are randomly laid down to kind of break up the seam a little bit. So if I just made a mark in that plank the time before, I'm not going to make a mark in that plank again until I move my ruler down a little bit. Let's do one here. Make sure my ruler is nice and straight. I need these lines to be horizontal. They cannot be diagonal. Sometimes if I need to, sometimes if I need to be able to see the bottom edge of my paper, I'll flip it upside down just so I can see it a little better. And then I'll make a mark, let's see, here and there. Okay, and then there's my wooden floor. You can come in and make little nails if you wish. Yes, it is. Okay, you can also come in and we can add some wood grain to our flooring. Okay, so all you have to do is kind of draw some little wiggly lines that kind of break up the flooring a little bit. And then we can Sharpie that and color with colored pencil over it, and it'll look like wood.